Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Inside A Gamer, and welcome back to X-Plane 11. I'll turn some noises on there for you. Welcome. So we're going to be doing another co-pilot share today with myself and Andy. Say hello, Andy.
Evening.
There we go. And yeah, so what we're going to be doing, we're going to be going from the Isle of Man down to Gatwick. Nice little short flight for us tonight, guys. The main topic of this flight really is we're going to show you a little bit more of the shared cockpit stuff. Plus, Andy has a new joystick, so he wants to test his stick out, and we're going to let him do that live. So we're going to see what his landing's like tonight. I'm not landing. I'll be doing takeoff and taxi, and Andy, he will be doing the landing. So whatever rate he gets is what I get. So look, once we get up in the air to some sort of level, what we're going to do, we're going to bring up the website. We've made some changes to Simply Connect VA. I think these changes are better. I know it's a change, guys. I know you're all kind of getting your head around things because before it was kind of a free-for-all. We were just adding routes as you wanted, etc. What we're going to do now is more structured, and it is the way that we want to take this VA. It does make more sense. It just takes a little bit of time for you guys to get used to what's happened. So we're going to just show you how to search for flights. Unfortunately, it's all about rank now. So if you don't have the hours, you don't have the aircraft. And it's the same for me. I don't have any other aircraft. The biggest I can fly right now is the A320. I have to get my hours just like the rest of you guys. So we'll show you how to search for the different aircrafts, the four different categories that we have there currently, and just answer any questions that you have to try and help you guys. But hello to everybody in the chat anyways. Main Streets, hello. Will James, hello. Curtis Hard is here, of course. Arjun, hello, mate. Harvey Young, hello. Airbus 350 900 Lufthansa, hello, mate. Don't think I've seen you in before, but hello. Who else is here? The Q. Ross Farrelly, hello mate. Stephen Bradley, of course, hello to all the channel members and mods. Okay, so we do have a co-pilot share on. So what we're going to do, we're going to get straight into the aircraft. I'm sitting in the captain seat today. Last time I was on the other seat. So what was going to happen, I'm going to do the MacDo, and Andy is going to set up the whole aircraft ready for pushback and takeoff. So once we're done, we're really ready to get up in this air. So that's what we're going to get up to. As you can see, screens will start flickering. He's going to start doing stuff. I'm going to start doing stuff. But yeah, so what we're going to do, get onto this MacDo.
Can you just double check you can see the APU is on, just to make sure we're synced?
Yeah, APU is on. We just need to get the Toliss up here. Okay, going to the unit page then. So we are EGNS. Had to think then. NS. Isle of Man, and we're heading to EGKK, which is Gatwick, guys. And we'll be back to the chat once we've done this and we've done our startup procedure. Okay, flight number today is IAG2. I'll do us. Cost index for today's flight is 27. And we're going to be cruising at level 270. Okay, Andy, I'm going to align the ILS with a quicker line. So you'll have to align yourself as well.
I am aligned.
Okay, let's go to the Init 2B page. So, sim briefs telling us our zero fuel weight today is 56,033. Our block fuel should be at around 5,535. We rounded up to the nearest 100. We'll put a little bit extra in. But Andy's landing, so we shouldn't have any problems with landing today. So 5.7.
Last words.
Quick fuel, yep, okay, and zero fuel weight today needs to be at 56, so let's add in some passengers here. 56,033, that's pretty good. 118 passengers today, a little bit of cargo. Apply load settings, active flight plan. Why are you not giving me my thrust weights? Interesting. Oh, select departure runway first. Okay, so we're gonna just put in the weights and we'll come back to this in a second for performance. Okay, so today's zero fuel weight is 56.1 slash zero fuel gravity is 29.5. 29.5. Gonna throw that in there. Fuel weight today is 5.7. Carrying 100 extra. Perfect. Okay, let's go into the flight plan itself. So from departing here, we're going to be leaving 26. Got a nice long taxi. There's no SIDs available. insert that into the flight plan, which is fine. Okay, so we're going to put direct waypoint is Timis. T-I... Where's the M? M-I-S? Yep. That is our next waypoint. Okay, we're going to insert that into there. Perfect. Then we're going to be taking an airway of Q39. Q39. I will get to the chat, guys, once we've kind of done all this stuff. Next waypoint will then be Nomsu. N-O-M. Su. S-U. Nomsu, hopefully. Yep. UQ4. A very weird airway, that one. UQ4. Then going to Wall. From Wall, we'll be taking another airway L151. L151. Then taking that down to Dist. Disit. D-I-S-I-T. That should be good. Insert that into the flight plan. Okay, let's now do our arrival. Today's arrival should be 26 left ILS for Andy. We will be taking the Dis 1G. Yeah, Dis 1G.
Yep, Dis 1G.
And Willow will be his transition. Okay, we'll insert that into the flight plan. We'll insert that. Perfect. Now we can now get our performance data. Okay, V1 today is at 142, Andy.
Yep.
149 is our VR speed. And 152 is our V2. We will be doing a flaps 1 and a 64 flex temp today. 64. Praise the Lord that it works. Okay. Just want to have a quick little look out here. So this is the Isle of Man. This is a payware airport from the Org store. It drops very cheap on sale. Every time it drops on sale, I think I picked it up for about £6. It's really nice actually for £6. Really happy with that. Flick, that's a lot of stripes. Yeah, see, I'm a multitude of captains. I didn't really have a lot of choice. The graphics for it, get it to work. That's just what we had. So yeah, I'm a captain of captains. I'm your captain. Mark Wood, hello mate. Ross, I've watched a fair few tutorials on the G100 autopilot and seem to have cracked it. Landings are miles better. Awesome mate, I'm glad you're getting there. Glenn Bixie, hello mate. Glenn, how are you feeling? You're wearing me out on the Discord, watching you trying to help that guy. Stephen Bradley.
Have you finished putting in the flight plan?
Yep, flight plan's done, sorry mate. Okay, I'm just gonna...
It's alright, it's not coming up on mine.
Oh, hang on, mine's gone all...
EGKK.
Why has mine gone empty again? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, that's what mine's done.
What's happened here? Okay, I'll have to bring up the Toliss again. Did you clear all the flight plan?
No, I went in to load my from and to, which should then pull in yours. And it's...
Maybe your from and to has to be in before I start putting in the flight plan.
Maybe.
Because now it's put mine back to 0. Okay, it's fine. Okay, I'll refill that in very quickly.
Fingers crossed.
Barger.
We are good to go, but apart from that.
Barger 26. Okay, next waypoint again was Timis.
Yeah, I can now see my plan screen is now populating.
So, going forward, we both have to do the to and from at the same time. Is that what we think?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay, lesson learned, guys, lesson learned. Waypoint in. Okay, we can set that into the flight plan.
Scott was going to join us tonight because it's a special birthday for him.
Yeah, he just messaged me saying he's FaceTiming all his mates because it's his birthday,
Yeah,
so... Yeah, we have to do something nice for him.
Yeah, it was an embarrassing live stream, but never mind.
Suit. Okay, while I do this, Andy, keep everyone entertained while I do this.
I'll do a dance. I'll go through the chat.
Yeah, you talk to the chat.
Jenny, you on tonight? Right, that's weather is up. Radios are all on. We are pretty much good to go.
Hurrying, I'm hurrying.
No problem. Can't get a cap these days.
No, apparently not.
My X-plane just crashed.
Oh no. You serious?
Desktop. Yeah, we just crashed the desktop.
Oh no, yeah, I've lost you. Apparently I'm on pause though, so maybe you can come back. Pause.
2 seconds. Steam.
Pause. Let's pause me.
Pause. Let's hold on. Let me see if I can come back to you. Steam thinks X-Plane is still running.
Awesome, guys. So here we go. Technical issues. Let's drink beer. 5 stripes, floaty captain. That's it. Is it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're right. Can you turn up his volume? I can turn up his volume a little bit. Yep. Yep. Let's have a look. Andy, have a chat.
Apologies, I will enunciate a bit clearer for you.
No, you're quite low. I just didn't want the aircraft to override you. There we go. What beer tonight? Okay, well, while we wait for Andy to sort out his X-Plane issues, McGargles Frank Lager from Kildare. Craft beer today. Gone on the lager for 2 days now. There's another little special, but it's actually quite nice. The little beers are quite nice.
Right, we're just reloading in.
Sim Bradley, see my GCSE maths still not that bad. Yeah. Sure, you could work all this out. I wouldn't be able to do this now without anything. So hopefully when it loads you back in, it's going to bring you back to the same state that we already have.
Jamesy and I tried this the other night and unfortunately didn't try, so I...
Still says connecting, so use the same code that I gave you. Arjun, I'm having a cheat day today.
Yeah,
I'm having a cream soda. Nice. NYC, hello mate, welcome. Everything's good. Andy just crashed his X-Plane. Richard, you missed nothing. Andy's X-Plane has crashed, so we might have to start again. Which is always good on live streams. You can't picture this if you tried. Normally my technical issues, and usually it's pilot error. Whoa! What the bloody hell was that?
I am trying to see if we are in the same state as each other. It's self-testing progress right now. Are you off pause?
I'm off pause. Saying that, none of my cameras are now working again. For God's sake. Are you playing with all the switches?
Right, okay, I'm in. And it looks like we're all in the same position.
Can you just move some things around so I can see? Like, the altitude, put it up to 20.
Okay.
Move the altitude there. Okay, yeah, perfect. What does your MacDo currently say then, before I go any further?
My MacDo is completely empty.
Okay, can you...
Just the flight number.
Yeah, put in the...
Put in EGNS.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. At least we can come back. In Top Gear voice, tonight on technical difficulties. Tonight. Ah, Jesus. I don't think I'm ever going to get a stream where everything is just perfect. I think the day that happens is the day I retire. Okay, have you done your MacDo now?
I've done my MacDo, yep.
Okay, because reset mine again, so... Okay, back to the flight plan for the 3rd time tonight. We will be departing one day at 2-6, no SID. Lovely. Insert this, that's fine. But from EGNS, we will be taking the next waypoint of... I need my piece of paper. I should know this off by heart by now. Timus. S. Okay, put that into the waypoint. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to be going on to an airway. Okay, I'm going to use my keyboard. Q39. Nice. Going into Nomsu. Going into UQ4. Going to Wal. Going to L151. Heading into D-sit. Perfect. Insert that into our flight plan, guys. Nice. Then from EGG.
Oh, no, it's crashed.
What, you're right?
Crashed to desktop. Yep. You might have to do this without me.
No. Why is it doing that?
When it's just after you finish putting in the Mac, do it at the same point.
Do you reckon it's because we don't have the updated version of Smart Copilot?
Wouldn't have thought so. Because it was working fine last week.
Damn, that means I have to land. Okay, we'll just continue here, guys. And Andy can stay in the chat, though. May as well. Taking the Willow transition. Insert the flight plan. Finish. Oh no, I managed to do the performance the last time before it went wrong. 142. .149. Okay, so Smart Copilot has let us down this evening. Okay.
Yeah, it's a shame. I don't know what's. I don't want to try and spawn back in again because I'll probably reset the Mac do, unless you want me to. But we're wasting time.
You should read the paper and let the American do the work. Which American are you on about? The Scottish guy? Okay, look, try and log in one more time. Shall we just reset the whole flight? Both of us, and start from fresh?
If you want.
Yeah, go on, we'll try one more time, and if not, we'll go off alone. We want to try and get this done together. Sorry, guys, we do apologise to everyone in the chat. Okay, let me know once you explain... Huh?
I'm just loading back into Isle of Man.
Oh, you're loading back in? Hang on, let me just change my configuration. What I'm going to do as well, actually, is just stop the... Oh, sugar. Oh, hang on, the plugin's disappeared. Smart Copilot, show UI. I'm going to cancel R1 first as well. So we need to get new codes, and then I'll do flight configuration. Change your location, if you can, if you haven't already loaded in.
Okay, where do you want me to go?
Just do gate 6, West Apron.
Brad, I feel like you're goading me into trying to do a Billy Connolly voice, and it's not going to happen, because I would never do it justice. Right, that's me spawned into gate 6.
Yeah, I'm just starting Smart Copilot again, and I'm giving you my code. And to you now. Is that a new code, the one you just sent me there?
Yep. Right, you. Oh, hold on. Right, you're connecting me.
Yep.
No.
The partner is not connected to the Sky server. Make sure the partner is in.
Yeah, I've just connected. Just done it.
Okay, are you in?
I'm in.
Okay. One last time, guys. Okay, very quickly, just go straight to the MacDo and type in your bits, and then you can get the aircraft set up while I do it. You just put in the EGS bit.
EGNS to EGKK?
Yeah.
Just in case I'm typing in the wrong one. There we go.
Okay. Flight level 270, cost index of 27. Flight number is IAG2002. Now, is that messed up with my A cars, I wonder?
Up in the air at this moment, it will be amazing.
Yeah, look, these things happen. Oh. Okay. So, have you got the data that I've currently put in to the...
Yep. I can
Okay.
see flight number, I can see cost, yep.
Make sure you quick align for me then.
Yep.
Speaking of dogs, watching a bloody movie with dogs in it. Which dogs are we talking about? Can you whip up Andy's volume again? Oh yeah, I turned it down because that aircraft that came by and nearly blew my eardrums off. There you go. You should hear Andy better now.
Hello there, James.
Yeah.
Please, Julie.
Sugar, what was all these weights? Oh no, it was already there. 118. Yep. Yep. Okay, 56.1 slash 29.5. Got fuel of 5.7. Oh, we like a bit of technical difficulties. We are departing 26. No Sid. Awesome. Next waypoint would be...
Didn't want to be offended or proud of that, Curtis, so I'll just say thank you.
Oh, what am I doing? Next waypoint is Toliss. Okay, and we're going to be joining the airway. 2, 3, 9.
Stephen, I can go full Ned if you want. I can absolutely chav it up, no problem at all.
Chav it up.
If that's what you want.
Off to Wally. Then to L151. Where are we at now? Dist. D-I...
What did you just...
Huh?
Nope, I've crashed.
Really?
Yep. Right, go on without me.
Alright. Oh, you're going to have to stay in the chat now. You're already here.
That's fine, now I'm stuck.
Okay. Arrival today will be 26 left. Why does it keep crashing, I wonder? Is it because of my airport, do you reckon?
It's only when you're doing the Mac do. It's weird. I don't know.
Like, it worked so perfectly before.
I know.
Okay, 142, 149, 152. Flexing
I'm actually
to...
going to... I am going to start a flight on the same route anyway.
May as well.
Just fly together.
Okay, that is the MacDo done, guys. That is all that done. Did you manage to set up the aircraft for me before you disappeared?
It should be, yeah. So everything you should be...
I don't know what it is, but it
push
wrecks
back.
my cameras. Like, none of my cameras work now. Bloody annoying.
Yeah, Kurt, we've tried that before, and it doesn't seem to sync up properly if you start when the other person's already like ready for pushback. It's weird. The Mac do just seem to be the one thing that it doesn't sync properly and has issues. We need to have a look and see if, I don't know if it's a Toliss issue or if there's a configuration we need to set.
Okay, guys. Well, look, we are good to go. 27,000 feet. So look, we'll have a look at this away from camera, and we'll try and figure it out. I just want to go to the flight plan just to make sure everything is okay. There we go. There's our Willow transition. Okay, set this to TRA. Get our pushback. What the frig am I? Oh really? I have to go all that way around. Oh my god. This is going to be a long taxi.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Flap set to 1. Air brake set, just to get ourselves moving a little bit here. Hello, Brendan. Hello, mate. Can't you just do the computer stuff then join afterwards? Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't do that. Oh, he just answered you, but... Anyways, we'll work at this. There was an update for the app because Gil and James here had to update earlier. So maybe, I don't know, maybe there could be something to do that we both just need to update the app.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It shouldn't affect us if we're both on the same version and it worked, but
It worked fine last week.
could be that stupid, you know. Alright, what's the Q&H?
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed,
985,
ready to connect.
I think it was.
Which, what is it?
985.
Okay. Yeah, I'll push back, guys.
Evening, Brent. Brett, even, sorry.
Hello, bro. Yeah, Andy's going to do the chat for me now. This is great. I'm just going to fly. Unfortunately, we don't know why the co-pilot's not working tonight. These things happen. Absolute nightmare, though.
Yeah.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Used it a few times.
Starting
now, not
pushback
really
and you may
involved,
start
because
engines.
Nothing has crashed on me.
Okay, starting on... Got to turn the external power off. Starting engine 2. Okay. Everything's just driving through my aircraft.
Seems about right.
Look at that. That's perfect, that is. Okay, click on engine 1. Were you using the high def version of the Toliss?
Yeah, it wouldn't have let me connect if I was using a different one.
Alright, I was just wandering there quickly. Engine 1 is starting. That is it.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Yeah, look, I don't know why my Fly Live always says it's a
Disconnecting tow.
727.
Stand by.
5 hours later. Yeah, look, sorry guys, look, I don't know why it didn't work. It's just a shame because it's what we wanted to do, but we'll get it working away from this. What the frig is going on with this? All my lights keep flickering. I think Andy, you cursed my plane.
Cursed everything, yeah. I'm a ghost in your plane now. I'm just gonna mess about the entire flight.
Yeah, we're just waiting for him to disconnect.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Thank you. Okay, we'll take the bleed off. APU can now go off. We're running on aircraft engines. We will now turn on our taxi lights to on. Parking brake released. Who's doing the landing? Unfortunately, I have to do both. I thought I was having a night off tonight, but yeah, so the co-pilot thing, we don't know why it didn't work, but Andy's going to be here guiding me down when I mess it up anyways. And then we can just blame Andy afterwards.
Yeah, it's fine. Just blame me for everything. Yeah, I don't know why it's why it doesn't play. I did add a wad of plugins, so I'm wondering if one of them's messed up.
Yeah, but why did it let us go so far before braking?
I know, weird.
You'd think it just wouldn't connect.
blame. I'm just going to blame your internet. I'm just going to say it right now.
My internet.
Yep.
Name Andy and not Richard. Yeah. Mad fan noise, mate. You know, oh, sugar. I'm reading my chat instead of doing what I should be doing.
I'll entertain the chat.
You entertain the chat while I go for a very long taxi down here. Make sure my A-cars are still working, because that's the next bloody thing, isn't it? Taxi lights turned on. Okay, seems to be good.
Yeah, it's fine. It's completely my fault. If this landing goes tits up, it's my fault as well.
Everything else goes wrong, it'll be Andy's fault.
Yep.
I agree with that statement. Okay, all the way down to the bottom, guys. At least Richard gets a break. Yeah, true. I'm a bit annoyed that it didn't work. I don't know why, because it was so good the other day.
I know. We'll try it later. We'll try it tomorrow or something and see.
Yeah.
We can figure it out.
Frustrating.
Yeah, it could. I don't know what it is.
Oh, there's an aircraft taking off, guys. Little GA1 there. Oh.
Is that AI traffic or is it real? Have you got real traffic on?
I have like a plug-in for traffic. Thomas Robson wants to know where do I live? I live in Ireland. The Emerald Isle. Oh.
Don't like it when you say whoa.
No,
it's
just
a bit too wrong.
I have the head movement thing from the XP Realistic, and I tapped the brake slightly, and my head nearly fell down between my lap. Made no sense. Okay guys, runway lights off, strobe light to automatic, taxi to takeoff, landing lights set, good for takeoff guys, altitude set, speed set, okay let's speed brake arm, flaps to 1, max auto brake set, good for go, Thunderbirds are go, or just myself now.
Yep. Our pilot was chucked off for being drunk.
And flex, we have air movement guys.
I fucking fancy to try my new stick as well.
Do on and rotate. Gear up. How did my master caution come up? Okay, so we're going to fly out of here ourselves. Flaps up. Down to thrust climb. Biggie screenshot. Okay, let's engage the autopilot. And the pressure's up. Correct. Speed brake. Flaps are up. Everything is looking good, guys. Perfect. Back to the chat. Touch your brakes. If Insider beats my FPM tonight, I don't know. Oh, Jesus. What was your FPM?
I was going to say, what was it?
Hopefully it's something around the 500s. I hate landing in the dark. That's why Andy was landing.
You were totally set me up. This was punishment for annoying everyone, wasn't it?
Yeah. Did someone in your Discord server say there's an ETS2 on Convoy Friday? No, we're changing it to Sunday. Anyone that wants to do an ETS Convoy, Sunday, mate. Sunday. Yeah. Mine is 235 and in the dark. Well, I think my average is 289 is my average. So I don't think there's any, unless I float. If I float, then yeah, we'll be alright. Okay, we're climbing through 6,000, and then what we're going to do, we're going to bring up the website for you guys, and we're going to explain about some of the changes in Connect, and yeah.
Awesome they are.
The AirX cycles didn't change, did they? Nav ulti discrepancy. Nav borrow references discrepancy. So was my borrow wrong? Landing lights, well, they're on currently. What do you think of the night lights? Annoying it.
So nice, yeah. Sorry, your stream's a bit delayed, or I'm a bit delayed anyway. Nice, yeah, nice evening.
Brandon Norris, mate. Yeah, it'd be good to have as many as we can there, as always. Okay, once we've got the landing lights off, we can then just start talking about the website, because we'll be pretty good to go by that point. Both references on the borrow are different. Ah, okay. Oh, yeah, I didn't change that to standard. There we go. I didn't even think about the pimp. I thought I had my co-pilot. No, I think in the A319, I average quite a lower... it depends on the weather is in Gatwick. I'm going to do a meter in a minute and we'll find out. Yeah, Brett, cheers, mate. He was different. Yeah, well, my co-pilot's in my ear, but he's not doing anything anymore. He's got lazy. Okay, we're through 10,000 feet. Landing lights off. Can't tell if that's off. It's too dark in here. Off, yeah. Probably turn some lights on in here, maybe. That might help a bit. Those don't work here. We want in. There you go. Have a little bit of light as we now climb up to 27,000 feet. Yeah, I will be setting up a special Discord thing for the convoy. Yeah, don't worry. Aljan, don't worry, I'll invite you to it as well. But we only really want the main people that are doing the convoy. We always have one or two intruders every time I do something in Discord rock up. So, you know, that's the reason why. Yeah, I'm using the X Vision plugin, version 2 for the shadows and stuff. Supposed to change all the skies and the cloud textures a bit.
Something like that was causing.
No, I had them all set last time. It didn't change.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's so weird that it didn't work this time. I don't know what it is.
We'll try it if you're free tomorrow. We'll try that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna turn down. Ooh. I'm gonna turn down the volumes a little bit so we can hear Andy nice and clearly when he tells everybody what he's done to kill everybody. Okay, let me just get a web page up. I wouldn't mind, but I've got nothing ready for my landing because I wasn't prepared. What do I got coming? I don't know. I'm just
your chart.
Interesting, my flight is now just gone from Navigraphs.
Give me one of those flights.
Got to be down at 2,000 feet. 4,000, leave Willow at 4,000, down to 2,000 for the ILS approach. Whoa. What the hell was that noise?
Was it? Never see here.
The aircraft. Okay, just going to change over our things here now. So I'm just going to move over to display capture for a second, guys, and have a look at the website. So the main changes that we made basically is added a hell of a lot of flights to what we had. Basically, we were just inputting the flights one by one. Andy's now basically used real-world airliners. Probably should mention which ones. And he's inputted all their flights into our database, basically. That's what he's gone and done. So a lot of people are having a bit of trouble. Now, he has done a few documents here. If you see pilot documents, you can see the structure and finding flights. He has added a few things today. Now, the main one that you guys seem to be getting confused on is that you're not finding aircraft on the routes that you want. That's because they are split up into different categories. Now, if you're a new pilot, you can have these aircraft, basically. You're looking at the smaller stuff. Okay, there's one that needs to be added to this, which is the King Air. I've been requested the King Air, Andy, for the new pilots for Microsoft Flight Simulator, so we can add that eventually. So then when you're a private pilot after 10 hours, you will unlock the A319, 320 Neos and the 737, but you'll also unlock all of these. Okay, so that means you can now fly all of these aircraft, but these aircraft doesn't mean just because you take a route that we have on the private pilots, you can't take a 208 Caravan. Is that correct, Andy? Like the island flights for the island aircraft, and then the next one up is for that aircraft. You can't mix any aircraft you want.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. So it's today it's trying to be flexible but realistic. So you wouldn't have caravans doing like Glasgow to the south of France and stuff like that. But we've tried to give you a bit of flexibility around what aircraft are available and flights how they can fly.
But then when you become a student pilot after 55 hours, you will unlock the 321. The Boeing again, randomly. I think that's supposed to be the 787, isn't it? After 55 hours.
I'll double check. I was writing this in fairly quickly today, trying to get it out.
Yeah.
So it's,
okay, so this might not be. Yeah, I think it's the 787 we said.
787's 90 hours.
Oh, is it 90 hours? Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what this one is. Then. Anyways, that's beside the point. So basically, that's how it's all working. So we now have the routes kind of split up a little bit, and again, he's kind of shown you the aircraft IDs. So Island Connect. So basically, anyone under the 10 hours rank can only fly Island Connect flights only, and they can use any of these aircraft on any of these routes. He's put them up here because obviously they're the beginners. But basically, how we're going to look for them is if you go into your flights, and if you just go search the airline. So if you go to the top box here, airline, you're going to see your Island Connect, Simply Fly, Simply Holiday, Simply World. So if I want Island Connect, if I click that, if I don't know the departure airport I want right now, and I just want to see all the flights available to me, I click find, and here we go. These are all the island flights. Now, there's probably about 10 pages or more. Here we go, more than God knows how many pages of flights here. There are flights everywhere from all over the place. Now, these are relatively short, obviously for the GA aircraft mainly. But say if I found one that I liked here, but I don't want to search it in my ACARs, all I'm going to do here is add or remove bid. Now, it won't let me bid because I'm currently bidded on one, which is the flight I'm on currently. So until this flight ends, it won't change. But if you just click on this bid, you can only bid on one flight at a time. If you go into your ACARs app, which if I bring up, I don't think it's going to let me show you because we're in the air.
I can might be able to turn it on for you briefly.
But basically, if I go into my search, down here on the bottom, you're going to see there's a little thing that says show bid. You click on that, and that bidded flight will be there, and then you just fly like we normally do. Now, you can use the ACARs to search these flights exactly the same. You can just type in the airport you're at, but the problem you're going to get is you're going to get all the flights from that airport, but that might not necessarily mean they're flights that you can fly.
Yeah.
Now, the one
I
thing...
think that's where people are getting a bit stuck.
Yeah, it'd be easier, unfortunately, if the website could show only the flights that you're allowed to fly. Obviously, then it'd be easier, but...
Yeah, I'm going to have a look and see if I can add a new option that just says show me my rank, but it's a wee bit technical of just how it's set up at the moment.
And see, that's where I think a lot of you are getting stuck, because you're seeing flights and you're saying, well, there's no aircraft and I can't fly. Well, that's probably because it's not in your rank. So like, I can only fly Simply Fly. Now Simply Fly is the next rank up, but these are kind of, you know, your short hauls, I suppose we can say. There are quite a few longer ones there though.
Budget here. Yeah, this is our budget. So this is our Ryanair EasyJet type company.
And again, so say if, you know, I can see that this now has Edinburgh to, say, Luton. I want to take this flight. I can do it here, or I can just remember SFL14-3. Now, what I suggest is a little bit easier, because if you use the ACARS, you're going to get every flight available from that airport. You'd have to look for the code. You'd be looking for this code for this flight. Yep. And that's what some of you are missing, you see. So I find it currently easier to look on the website, find the flight that I want. Now, say if we go into the search bar here, and we go to Simply Fly, and I want to fly from, say, Gatwick, EGKK. If I now click on Find, it's only going to give me Simply Fly, which is the one that we want. This is the bracket I can fly, and all routes available from Gatwick that I can currently fly myself with my rank. So what you guys might have been doing is you're just typing in Gatwick and you're looking at every flight. You need to look at your rank and your flights now. So look, there are hundreds and hundreds of flights now for Gatwick. Look, 23 plus pages. And like I said, you just got to remember the code or make the bid. Making the bid is the easiest thing, because if you go back to the ACARS again, you have to look for this code. That's what you're going to be looking for. That means Simply Fly, which is our budget airline. That's why there are now different codes. So if you look at the codes alone, it will give you what you want. Now, if you want to see what your next rank is up above, you know, we can actually have a look at Simply Holidays, and we can go find, and we can see all of these. Now you can see, look, they're getting a bit longer. Newcastle to Newark. You know, we're getting a bit more long haul, I suppose, here. Lanzarote to Glasgow, you know, that's a good old flight, that one. And again, you can see now SHO. SHO is the Simply, oh God, I've already forgotten the names, is it?
Holidays. Yep.
So SHO is Simply Holidays. And that's then what you guys are looking for. So anything that has SHO, if you're not ranked above 50 hours, you're not going to be able to fly these flights. Now you will see them if you go into ACARS, but if you click on it, it's going to give you no aircraft available because you are not ranked to fly those flights. Now, one person has made one suggestion to me. There are people that may only use, say, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Once they get to this point, they can only use the A320, and this will not allow them to use the A320. Is that correct, Andy? Don't go quiet on me now.
Not convincingly.
Well, so say I've ranked up to my 50 hours and I can now do Simply Holidays. I think the other problem we have is that we actually have some guys that can do this, but when they click on the flight, it means they can only use a 787 or is it whatever the bigger aircraft are in that category, and some of them don't have anything bigger than an A320. So this
they should be able to. I'm just double checking as we speak live for us.
I think that was a problem that we were having earlier, that basically they can't mix the aircraft as they go up.
Yeah, Simply Holidays has got 4 A320s.
Oh, okay,
Two of them are in use.
Okay,
so.
Again, that is a bad example. So if we go to Simply World, guys, this is the big stuff. This is going to be long haul, A350, you know, 747s, that kind of jazz. Dubai to London, all this kind of, you know, A380s and whatever. So basically, if you were to get onto this far and you don't have a big aircraft, you're not going to be able to do these flights. If you do not have an aircraft big enough for the flights.
Yeah, that Simply World is a bit more restricted, so that is to your 777s, your 787s, your 350s. But there isn't any 320s in Simply World. And there might be a couple of routes that can do it, but it's generally
few and far between.
Too long. Yeah.
So basically what we're doing to the VA is actually putting structure and making it more realistic. In my eyes anyways, I actually really like this. Now, all I did last night, I had a bit of a meltdown myself at 7:30 last night before my stream, hence why I wasn't myself on my stream. Had a lot of people private message me saying, what's your problem? Well, basically, we all know yesterday was a disaster. Just Microsoft Flight Simulator was a disaster. All my streams are disasters. But so basically, you know,
why we come to watch.
Yeah,
The slow mental deterioration of Insider.
that's
That's
it.
what we're all here for.
You're waiting for me to snap, either cry or something. Now there is something you can do. Now I can't show you of my ACARs here. Can I click on search? I wonder. I don't know if this is gonna. Will this break my flight?
No, as long as you don't cancel flight, it should be fine. Just don't try and load anything else.
Oh no, this is my search page, so I can't do this. Okay, so what you can do, guys, so say we've given you hundreds of thousands of routes there, and you're not happy, because a lot of people are saying to me they want this route, they want this route. Okay, I won't be adding any more routes to the company. Now, as we progress, Andy will add in more airliners routes, so there will become way more flights. We're going to get to a point of a ridiculous amount of flights.
Yeah. So it's not. Well, there's also going to be flights getting removed. So we're trying to keep up with, scheduling. So for example, our holiday flights are right now are reflecting package holidays in February 2019, but come June this year we'll update it to June 2019 package holidays. So there'll be a lot more frequencies, a bit more Zantes and all that kind of stuff going in there, and then the same with the world flights we'll add in. Right now it's based on Emirates, so we'll maybe look at adding Virgin or Qantas or something, and we'll just sort of expand it that way.
Just want to check my top of descent, guys. 1 second before we carry on. We're doing alright. We've got a little bit of time. Obviously, I know you guys like to see the flight, but it's night time. There's not much to really see.
Yeah, Adrian, you can use X-Plane 11. There's plenty of planes for you in that one, both free and paper.
Okay, I just need to bring Simply Connect back up. Who is there? Adrian Martinez. Can we use X-Plane 11? Yes, that's all I use, really, because Microsoft after yesterday is... And we're going to have an update on Microsoft Flight Simulator, what, in 2-3 days? So...
Monday, I think, yep.
I think we'll leave it for a week or so until the A319 NX is at least working. So we are using X-Plane for this. Adrian, are you in the company? I have a feeling you're already in the company, aren't you? I'm still on training. Okay, you're still doing your 10 hours. That's fair enough. Okay, so what you can do, guys, so even though we've added all this extra stuff, and say, I don't know, for instance, a lot of people like to fly from their home airports. I've actually lost all the flights to my home airport that I had, so I'm not flying to my...
Sorry.
It doesn't matter. I think it doesn't affect me as much, but there are some people, and look, Knock Airport is my home airport out here. This is my home airport. So if I want to fly from there, I still can, but you don't need to ask me or Andy to do that. So when you come into your ACARs and you go into your little search, you know it always shows you, the to and from. If you type in the airport that you want to go from, and you're going to, it's fine. You can do that yourselves now, guys. You can fly and do whatever you want to do. It will still record on the app, and it will still record your hours. Basically, what you're not getting from it is just, where you press quick load. You might will they have to do the passengers themselves if they do it that way, or will it automatically between the plane that they pick?
To set your passengers yourself, and just your flight number, and if you won't be able to use the SimBrief integration with the website, just that kind of stuff you're missing.
So you can still do any flight you want to do. You just put in your start at the airport and your destination, load up in the ground like you normally would, start flight, and it will record your flight. So you guys can go anywhere you want. Now, the only thing is, even if you pick your own flight, you will only be getting the airplanes that you are ranked to. So if you are still a junior pilot, you will only be able to use those junior pilot planes whatever destination you've picked. You will not be able to just say, I'm going to take my A320 out now because I'm doing it this way. It will not work. It will only work for your rank. So you can take any flight you want, but you'll only be able to use the aircrafts that you are ranked to use. Now, Chav says, will you be adding more planes beside the King Air? Yes, look, we will add more planes. What Andy's actually done, this is where a lot of people got confused. The reason why we got the fleet that we have currently is because he's copied real airliners like Jet2, Jet, or whoever it is you've used. I don't know which all the airlines you used. I've seen some of them, I don't know all of them. And basically, he's mirrored the flights to the real flight plan to the real aircraft, and that's why we have what we have. Now, yes, we can add aircraft.
Yeah, we're trying to be flexible but not silly, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to keep it too real world, but with also realistic expectations that systems are restricted, and people are restricted into what they have. So trying to add in some planes that are trying to keep it to real world, but then add in a couple of extra planes to make sure there's flexibility and variety there for everyone.
Like, I know a lot of us will buy aircraft for our X-Plane or Microsoft, and we're going to want to fly them, and that's obviously where we're going to get the biggest fall. Now, chaps, if you tell me, I mean, I did put in the citation there, the 550 for you, I made sure that was included this week. If there is an aircraft that you guys are going to buy, and you really want it in, come and speak to us, and we will get it in. You might not get it, like, that day, but Andy updates every Monday with something to it, and guaranteed by the end of that Monday, you'll probably be in within limitations. Like, and compared to a lot of VAs that we've been looking at and being nosy about what they do, we actually have a bigger selection of aircraft than most of them, even though we are probably the smallest VA on the virtual airways world. We do have probably the biggest selection of aircraft.
Yeah, compared to a lot of them, it's a lot more. We are fairly flexible compared to a lot, but it's trying to be realistic but fun as well. There's no point in it being too strict, I think.
Yeah. And we've been quite good like that. Look, we don't have any limitations. We've added a bit of structure now, so it gives you guys goals. You know, that's the main thing. Otherwise, why are you going to stay if you're just going to fly the A320 all the time? This is actually forcing a lot of pilots to go back to the GA stuff. Not saying most of you here now are over the 10 hours, but there's a few that are joining us, and it's forcing them to learn the GA stuff, which is very good for you too.
Yeah.
And it's only 10 hours. It's like, you know, 10, 15 flights depending on where you go, you know. It's not that bad. I mean, look, I did something like an hour and a half yesterday with my 2 little flights from the Isle of Man to Derry, then back to Glasgow. You know, the time racks up very quickly. But look, guys, if there are aircraft that you want because you bought them, of course, we'll look into it. Like, I don't want no one, like myself, if I bought an aircraft, I'd want to fly it. Now, my problem is, if you guys go out and buy, say, the A380 Hager, which is terrible, by the way, but if you bought that and wanted to fly it, unfortunately, it's already there. You cannot fly it until you do 90 hours, or 150 hours. I can't remember which rank it is now.
Yeah, I think I've tried to give everyone everything by 90. I think that by the time you've done about 90 hours, I think that's you've done your due to get access to everything.
Have I gone past my top of descent?
Yep, you have.
Oh, sugar. Okay, guys. We'll just we'll just descend here quickly. I haven't even done my approach stuff yet. Q&H for Gatwick, anyone? Top of your heads? Anyone know? I think the minimums is 215. Okay, look, I'll just have to use the Discord, and I'm going to have to get the meter bot up.
I'm just getting it for you.
Okay, perfect.
985.
Okay, what's the temperature on the ground?
5 degrees, winds 240 at 7.
See, look, the co-pilot is useful. Damn that, I didn't activate it, did I? I just activate that by accident.
I did that the other day, but I find it's really easy just to come back out. You just set your cruise altitude again.
That's okay, I'm dropping all the way down to 2000 anyways, so it's no big drama. Okay, we're going to sit here for a second. Fly to Dublin, Rory Games. Yeah, look, we can fly to Dublin.
Yep.
No problem with flying to Dublin. I'm glad I choose my own routes, since at the moment I'm only wanting to do under 15 nautical mile to get used to the GA, since I've never flown GA before. Ross, and that's fine, and that's what I mean. So you have the flexibility there. So you guys don't need to worry, oh, my flight's not here, I want to, you know, there are certain people that like to sit around their home airports as well, and there's nothing wrong with that. And you can now do that. You have the freedom, you can create your own flights, there's no limitations, you're just limited to your aircraft type. So until you rank up, unfortunately, you can do your little flights, but you're stuck with the aircraft that you're stuck with, if you know what I mean. Main Street.
On top of that, I counted several hundred routes that are all less than an hour as well. So there are routes there that are 20 minutes that are jumping between the Scottish Islands and stuff like that are really cool to do. So you might actually find some places that you would never go in real life.
And very quickly, Brendan Cross, you asked me about the little planes. Are they simply connected? Yes. If you go onto our website and the live map, here is all the people flying currently. You can see there's me. And if we scroll down, we can see who's out. We've got Flight Simmer's out, Main Street's out, Chabs is out. He's in the TBM there, look. I'm out, and Nut T. I don't know if that's like a play or a joke, or is that his name? I don't know.
Best not to ask.
Hello, Nut. No, I know who it is, but yeah, I don't know why. Maybe Nut's his second name, I don't know. So yeah, we can see everyone flying and all that kind of stuff. If I just... There you go, I'll just copy this out and I'll put it in there. If you ever want to have a look at Simply Connect VA, guys, I will... It's there, look. And you can always see who's flying, you can always look at that. You can check all the pilots, you can see who's here, you can see all the hours being racked up here quite nicely. Photo competition as well, guys, that's coming in 4 days' time. But they will get to be the first photo on the face of the website, I believe, or something like that. They'll be up on the website.
Yep, on the homepage and
guys,
everywhere.
here you go. So my average rating is 295. That's my average landing rating. That's because I had 3 really bad flights, but we won't talk about them too much. So just going back up the chat very quickly. Taking the TBM to Jersey at the moment just fell off the map. How the hell did you fall off the map? Can you change the colour of the buttons on the prep page? I don't know. That is...
Let me know what you mean, and I'm not sure what you mean, but I will happily have a look. I am going to re-theme the website to Insider Colours, which I've not quite worked out where they are yet, but...
Or Simply Connect colours. Doesn't have to be my colours as such.
Bit of everything. It's going to be a mash of red and...
Green.
Green.
So yeah, so look guys, yeah, that's kind of where we're at with it. I know a lot of you kind of went a bit bananas with the changes. It was a big change, but it is a change for the better. There are a lot of pilots that we actually have here that prefer the structure. They're more regimented, that they want it more realistic, and there's some that just want to fly for a bit of fun, and we want to keep both elements in.
Yep.
And so it's there. Now the other thing that we need to state as well is that you're currently not locked to an airport. So say if I land in Gatwick, I can fly from Scotland in a minute, or I can go to Lanzarote and fly. You're not tied to your airport. You can literally pick any flight in the world after this flight. It does not matter. Ross, I feel like I'd waste a flight if I did an hour and if I messed up the landing. If I bottle a 15-minute flight, then I haven't wasted much time.
A wasted flight. You always learn something, don't you?
Hey, Nut, there you go. It's your name. Oh, is that your first name? Oh, well, thank you for watching as well. I didn't know you were there. Nut. Is it short for something? I know you're from Norway. I do enough home airport flying, so it's great being on the other side of the world. Brett, we'll get to Australia one day. Hopefully.
Yeah, I do want to start an Australia one. Just
yeah. Last time I did an Australian stream, actually, it was from New Zealand to Sydney. And I was just coming into land and the game crashed after about 4 hours. So
it's always when you come into land that it crashes. This is the first time I've ever had it crash on
beginning
startup.
Well, I found anything kind of past like the 2.5-3 hours point, that if you haven't touched the screen in such a long time and then you go back to it, I was falling into problems.
Windows is trying to sleep.
Yeah, I don't know what it's doing, but it's a bit of a pain, that's for sure. So yeah, guys, so look, that's our changes, really. How many flight hours until you can do long haul? Harvey, so once you kind of hit the 50 mark, there are some really decent long hauls. But if you want the big stuff, it's 90 hours plus. But saying that, even the holiday fly ones, I mean, you got Edinburgh to Lanzarote, that's 7 hours or so, or whatever it is, 6 hours. They're quite long flights. The one thing we don't want is people doing long hauls all night and sleeping through them. We are looking at doing something to kind of mimic other VAs, what they do, so their pilots can't do that. We are looking at what ACARs can do. There might be updates in the future that might make you, change your radio frequency every 2 or 3 hours or something like that. Okay, you can just set an alarm, wake up, change it, go back to bed. But I'd feel better if I was waking you up throughout the night than you just, it's not fair. I mean, the other good thing is it's going to take a long time before you can get there. But once you get there, I suppose, it doesn't really matter as much. But yeah, we are going to look into it to make, it's a bit boring if you're just going to fly all night every night,
Yep.
So we will look into it. Evening, me and Will James got the shared cockpit sorted on VATSIM. He can communicate with the same aircraft as the co-pilot. Brilliant. Oh, really nice. Gil, we actually had issues. Andy's not flying. We could not get ours to connect. Andy's X-plane kept crashing. I don't know. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Blue Ice Gaming, hello mate. Racer Dan, hello. If you show you my actual pilot's license, will you get an automatic promotion if I join? Yes. We'll let you pass the 10-hour point. If you want. See, Brett's a real pilot as well, F1 Racer Dan. He's a pilot. I can't say where. I've probably already given that away. But he's at the start from the beginning as well. Poor guy. So, yeah. Do you still use SFD Global for scenery? Yes, I do. I use SFD and I use a lot of freeware airports from the org. What do you need, like a DVD on a train? You have to press E every 60 seconds. No thanks. If you kick flights and then new P-Rep, the button at the bottom are orange, blue and green. Orange and green hard to see unless it's just my old eyes. Richard, yeah, we're going to be changing the colours. The theme will be changing, but if you want any special requests, speak to Andy, DM him. It's the one time you can. No, it's not short. It's my usual name here. Sorry, my cuz who lives in Canada with the same name. Ah, okay. I've never seen a name like. I mean, I have quite an unusual name myself, I think. So, yeah, nice. The Q, but more like 30 mins. Which one's that? You can tell I don't mind. Ah, that's okay. Brett is based in Sydney. The lucky devil. Blue Ice, I'm a retired pilot, but I have to start from the beginning as well. Yeah, see, Blue Ice is started from the beginning, but Blue Ice, you actually prefer GA flying over the jets anyways, so it's a win-win for you. I had my first attempt at using the radio, just for a radio check, and fully bottled it, and said, I thought I said cock tower. Cock tower, good evening, and then forgot the rest. Gonna get hello, mate.
Good fun.
Might be nice to poly GAs again, to be honest. Yeah, look, I did a GA flight yesterday, and I know Microsoft Flight Simulator did not like me doing it, but, you know, I had fun.
Doesn't like anything except the A320 now, I think.
I don't know, I always thought the Grand Caravan was like the go-to. It was never broken, but obviously I was wrong. We're getting down on time here. Possibly Heathrow? I don't actually know whereabouts in the map we are currently. But so guys, so there we go. Yeah, so Brett flies with us there, F1 Racer Dan, and yeah, I think he enjoys it. Brett's always good. It's always good for the other pilots in the Discord as well, like all the people that are like new to the game or don't understand certain terms. Like I am no professional pilot. As we all know, I'm a bus driver, so I play for fun. I don't know all the answers, so it's always nice to have some experienced people around us to kind of guide us in the right direction. For sure, because you know, Andy's a wizard on the computer. I'm a wizard at bullcrapping this every night, and it's good to have some people actually know what they're talking about.
Yeah, definitely. Brett's always a good help.
The more the merrier, and Blue Ice as well when he's around. Yeah, I prefer Dead Reckoning flying, not the 30,000 feet flying. That's true. You can guess my employer if I give you a clue. I was featured in a documentary a few years ago, narrated by Stephen Fry. Ooh. Didn't EasyJet do a few documentaries? Was it Stephen Fry that did that? Oh, I wouldn't know now off the top of my head.
I can't remember now.
Onto the website, you're between Didcot and Reading. Okay. Well, that could have been Heathrow then. Trying to get the 172s to 11,000 feet is a challenge and an invaluable amount of my time.
And wait, Curtis, I'm looking forward to it.
Wait till Andy and I share Spitfire. Flight, I thought it said. Flight. Only a single seater. Ah, yeah, nice. You can sit on your lap. Hey, Kurt, when's your GPU coming back? What's going on with that? We've done so much talking, guys. I'm not even drank my beer. I was actually in it, a claim to fame. Okay, I'm gonna Aeroplane documentary with Stephen Fry. See what comes up. I'm a bit worried what might come up. Was it actually a series called Airport? What I typed in is EasyJet inside the cockpit. Stephen Fry, no, yeah, I was right. EasyJet then, it must be. Define cockpit. Because my flight took me to 11,000 feet and then AT was like descend and maintain 2,000. Yeah, I wouldn't go. Look, if I was in a 172, I wouldn't go above like 6 or 7,000. For me, that's nice and low. Get to see the scenery. As long as there's no hills and mountains, you're all right. You're not even going to leave the ground. You seen what Kat's saying about you there, mate?
I can see it. Yeah. Yeah. Bring it on, Kurt. That's all I'm going to say.
I hope the plane knows what it's doing. I feel like we're a little high, but in it we trust.
I'm almost at Kidley and I'm at 15,000.
No, must be alright then. The Willow transition's here and I should be down at 4, unless I'm going to drop now. I'd say it must be dropping now.
Kidley's 15,000 constraint.
Just going to start the engines for the vibrations and go at it. God. Oh, the Twin Otters just had a new repaint, guys.
I need to get you to take me up in the Twin Otter. I'm looking forward to this.
Here you go. There you go. I still have my screen thing on. So here you go. The Twin Otters just had an update. I've just put it on. He's done a little black bit on the nose. The engines are now being painted. The engines weren't painted for some reason. Here we go. It's looking really nice now, isn't it?
Look good.
Yeah, it's looking good. We're going to do some Twin Otter flights this week. I'm going to try. And I'm going to take Andy on a co-pilot, hopefully, in it too.
We'll get this going this time. Yeah,
we'll do the update and see what happens. My Nightbot worked, but not the timer one. Oh. Yeah, Nightbot's a funny one. My Nightbot then goes too crazy, and I keep changing it, but depends on the chat for me. So if there's plenty of you chatting, like right now it says my chat rate is 4. Which is quite high for me. So it will go off quite often. Well done all. The new plan to stop and drinking is working. Keep it up. Oh, wait. What is the common ascend and descend FBM in a 172? Well, look, like I said, I wouldn't go above the kind of, you know, the 7,000 mark, and I come down at like, you know, anything between, depending if I give myself a long time to come in, if I'm manually landing or if I'm using the RNAV, it'll depend. Or the ILS, obviously, and obviously you stick to your charts. But I come down at like 1,400 is perfectly fine, or lower. You're glad when get shared cockpit. Blue Ice is there, but it's a bit iffy at the moment.
James and I tried it at the weekend, and it was a bit dodgy. It would certainly needs work. But it will be good when it is working.
Brett Maxwell, I just purchased the Dash 8 for the memory sake. Is it just for a trophy? That thing is a balls to fly. But it's going to have some updates, so you know it's probably not a bad investment with the updates coming for it. Coming out 1,400 now at 120 knots. Yeah, just when you descend, obviously you're going to speed up, so you throttle according to your descent. I used to fly the Dash 8. Ugh. I'm going to bring the Dash 8 back in a few weeks, but we are going to go to Twin Otter. Twin Otter will probably be the theme of next week, I think. And the other thing that we may as well slightly announce now as well is that I am planning an event for Simply Connect Airways for the end of February. There is something in the pipeline that I'm quite excited about. But I won't release any details yet because I haven't finished it and I haven't talked to Andy to see what's really possible. So until we've ironed it out, I won't actually announce it, but it's looking pretty good. Andy's seen the project.
I've seen a few clips and it's very exciting. It's very cool. I'm looking forward to it.
So we are going to be doing something pretty big for us as a little group of people, which I think is going to mean a lot to a lot of people. But yeah, we're going to do something good at the end of the month. It will be I plan it to be like a 7-day event. That's my plan at the moment. So yeah, more details will follow. You guys will know more as soon as, like I said, once I've okayed it with the boss. It was a blast to fly. You can't really be serious that the Dash 8 was nice to fly. If I was sitting in the back of that thing, I'd probably be cacking my pants all the way down to the ground. And it's the slowest descent I've ever seen. We'll be on VATSIM, etc. Harvey Young. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. Do we need any kind of special clearance from the VATSIM people? I've actually tried to contact them, because the reason why you guys can see other liveries is because they have it within the programs that you guys download. I've actually reached out to somebody and asked them, is there any way we can get our livery thrown in the mix? I haven't heard anything back, so don't get excited, because I don't think it will happen. I don't think we're big enough. See, a lot of the virtual airlines use real-world aircraft, so it's easy. So, I mean, it is easy for them to probably just upload ours, but it's easier said than done getting them to do it. Unless somebody knows anybody in VATSIM, please let me know.
No, I think it needs to go so. X-Pilot uses the Bluebell TFLs, but there's nothing stopping you adding it in yourself, but it requires everyone to do it.
Yeah. So what I want it to do is be a part of their mainframe program that you download.
And then vPilot, it just doesn't. Model matching doesn't really exist on Microsoft Flight Simulator yet. You can sort of do it a hacky way. It doesn't really. It's not proper. You have to. It's very manual.
Yeah. So yeah. When it comes to that, I don't know. And actually, Kurt, if you have your GPU as well, you'll be able to take part in this event for sure. You'll probably finish the event by yourself. I'm going to get you out the Spitfire.
I'm looking forward to seeing Kurt flying.
Yeah, I can't wait. I've seen pictures, screenshots. That's all I've seen. I've never seen him fly. Put next weekend to the side to actually load X-Plane, Stephen Bradley, and learn it. Yeah, you might need more than a weekend. You might be alright. As a young gun pilot, when I flew for Flybe, I actually really enjoyed it. But looking back, yeah, it was pretty bad compared. Is it comfortable? Like I can imagine that the landings be so iffy. Like you must be crapping yourself about the tail on the back. Right, our engineers hate the Dash. Do you still use the Dash in Australia? Oh, you probably do, don't you, on the commuter? Ask the butter boy. Thank God the quality is better. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the quality. I don't know if it's me or you, mate. Not entirely sure. Okay, we're under 10,000 feet though, guys. So landing lights back on. We'll keep the light in here. We should have the light off really for landing, but you know, maybe we'll dim it down a bit. There you go. You can have it on dim. We should be down to 2,000. Hopefully by then. I think it's happening. So yeah. So look. My legs used to lock up on the landings when I first started flying. I'm not sure if you get what I mean, but is that something to do with the rudder, with the wind? Or regional flights? Oh, I didn't realise you still use them. I thought they're all kind of gone now. So guys, so that is the A-cars and what Andy's done, and if you look at it, it's actually better. It's way better. I think the problem is it's just change. And when you have 40 guys and you have to explain it 40 times, it does become pretty rough. So yeah,
I'm going to get more documentation on the website and help explain that a bit better.
We probably did a big change sooner than we expected, but now that this foundation's there, nothing's going to change too drastically with them for a little while now. And we're going to be looking at other changes, like, you know, the theming and prettying up the website a little bit, make it a bit more inviting, and more behind the scene changes. So there won't be a big change for a while, so I'd get used to this. I did actually have a good It was actually Chabs. He reckons that the next part of the company we should bring in is called Simply Chaos, which is the 20 real hard landing challenges that we're going to set for the badges.
That's a good shout.
But he reckons that they all have to be in fairly largish size aircraft. No GA stuff, like they have to do it in a pretty big aircraft. You know, A320 probably, as a minimum.
The smallest.
But yeah, Simply Chaos is what he suggested to me today for that, for you guys to get a badge. So what we plan to do is all the hardest approach and landings in the world. We're going to line them all up as one set group, and if everyone lands every single one with a landing rate between 100 and like 250 on all of them, you'll get a special badge on your profile and stuff. So yeah, that's not a bad idea. Simply Chaos.
I like. Yeah, we'll get working on that soon. And yeah, there was plans for other airlines, so this isn't. Although there's been a big change, we're not going to suddenly do a U-turn or anything and change it again, but we will expand it. So I'm looking at like business flights and charter flights and stuff. We'll slowly add them in as the airline grows. How are we getting on, boss? I can't actually see your screen.
Down to 6,900 now. We'll be thinking about landing soon. Count me out of that because I'm horrible in large jets. Well, look, they'll still be available. Like, if you can fly a GA aircraft, you'll still be allowed to be on the Simply Chaos probably, but you won't get the badge unless you do it in the big jet. We'll work something out. So it's fun as well, as you know, people actually want to try it on other aircraft as well. We'll put something small there for you to practice in, but it'll only count if you do it. And we can read every time you file a report. We can see the reports, so we'll know who's done it and who hasn't done it. This A-Class has made me more interested in Microsoft Flight Simulator and gave me a reason to learn GA, which I always hated since joining the channel a week ago. And with the help of everyone, I learned to fly GA. Well, that's nice, isn't it? It's good, and that's what we're all about here. My channel. It's just look, I don't pretend to be any good. We know that my landings can be hit and miss. I think the dash with the donut in Syria was probably the best one. And look, it is what it is. Look, we're here to help. We're here just to have fun and enjoy it. The investment of time in me and Andy.
I think people really undervalue GA flying, and it's so important. I mean, I'm sure Brett can testify to how important it is for him in real life, and he couldn't even be where he is today without doing it first. So it's definitely value. I like a bit of GA flying sometimes. I know everyone just likes to jump in the big jets and go to Olga and watch it rocket up, but it's good fun mixing it up.
Okay, flap set to 1.
So you having to do all your work now?
Yeah, I've got no co-pilot. Anyway, I've got to jump off. I'll sign up tomorrow and come join you guys. Stay safe. No worries. F1 Racer Dan. Bit of a chunky name. I might just call you Dan. Yeah, perfect, mate. Awesome. Oh, jeez, those kind of horror stories. Even with the buses, we've had people run out in front of buses. I don't like reading that stuff. It's brutal.
Oh, nice.
But the people that do it, they don't understand the effect. Like, you see some drivers, they'll never drive again. Or, you know...
Yeah.
Even like the train drivers, aren't they supposed to, if they see something, they're supposed to head down so they don't look at it or something? It's part of their training.
Yeah.
Not my cup of tea. Okay, flap set to 2. Okay, landing lights are set. Medium auto brake set. We're bringing our speeds down now nicely. We'll put on our ILS here as we continue to bring our speeds further and further down. Preparing for landing. Gatwick is somewhere. I don't know where it is. It's over here. Can't see it yet. I think it's there, is it? Not entirely sure. No, it's right there in front of me. What a donut. There it is. Okay, let's bring our speeds down then to the 139 for landing today. Flaps. 3. Speed brake. all good for landing, guys. Hopefully. Change our pressures. What was it? 985? Is that what someone said to me before?
985. Yep, 985.
Lovely. 985. Set. I'm set to full. But COVID, I'm only flying every other week. Oh, Jesus. That's the main thing. They still have you up. So how does it work? Do you get furloughed when you're not working and then paid when you are? Is that what it is? Or did the company just pay you? Rough. I suppose the airline industry, I see that Boris has told them no one's allowed in and out of the UK, so flexi furloughed.
Yeah.
But you know, it's the right thing to do. A lot of countries should have done that sooner, and we were the same. You know, we had the lowest COVID numbers, and then the summer came, COVID was low, so they said, you know what, you can go to the south of Spain because the numbers were low. You can go to Greece because the numbers are low, and then it all went to crap. We let in. They reckon at Dublin Airport there was over 250,000 Americans coming from California, which is a tough area for COVID, were just allowed in. They were supposed to 2 weeks quarantine at hotels, but who's going to do that when your holiday's a week? It's just stupid, and there was no one to police it, and that's why we got caught out again. I know for the industries like the airline, but I suppose cargo still needs to move, but I suppose then that's very limited as well. But yeah, it's pretty rough. The whole thing's pretty rough.
Brutal time for so many people just now. I've not been on a train in almost a year.
2,500.
Busted well over a year.
Crazy. I love the trains. Adrian Martinez, so you're telling me I can do a custom flight as long as I'm using the plane assigned? Yes. Our government were paying JobKeeper, which was 1,300 a fortnight. I don't know what they're paying. Here in Ireland, they were giving you 300 euros a week, but they messed it up. Because what they were doing, anybody that say was working part-time 1 day a week that might be earning 100 euros, they were getting paid 300 euros a week. And that happened for about 6 months. They were giving extra money to people, and the people that would be on, say, bigger money, we were only getting the 300. It was a mess. They absolutely ballsed it up here, the furlough scheme. All them people, part-timers, are laughing their heads off all the way to the bank. Yeah, see, obviously I'm in the transport industry, but I'm quite lucky in the sense that I work for the largest state-owned carriageway bus company in Ireland, so my job is always safe. That's the only... And if they were to get rid of me, I'd be paid off by the government. But they would do that in seniority, and there are hundreds of people above me, so I'd still have a job. I'd be one of the ones that would have to stay. Okay, we're going to put on the approach mode here. Nice clear evening in Gatwick.
Yeah, I'm just behind you.
It's rough. Not airlines of 4 of my employers have been furloughed since April. Yeah, it's tough. Real tough out there. I'm lucky I work in the hospital. I don't know if that's a lucky thing right now. What you guys are doing in the hospital, fair play to you guys. Very thankful for my position, being able to pay the house bills. Yeah.
2,500.
Well, I've kind of been not lucky in some sense, but obviously most of you know that I was in a car accident and I'm currently not fit for work. So because the accident was not my fault, I'm getting fully paid. So I'm okay in that sense, even with COVID going on. So yeah. Words I always want to hear from Andy. He's coming behind me. God. I did a flight in December for 5 people. Oh, I was wondering, like, what's it like on the carriers at the moment? Like, are you carrying many people? I'm sure there are still people moving. There was more crew than packs. Wow. Jesus. But look, I suppose you guys still make your money through the cargo, no? Otherwise, why would you still fly it? That's what I wouldn't get. I mean, Ryanair's cut all his flights now. So, I mean, he's just saved billions because he's brought all those 737 Maxes that are going to fall out of the sky, so he got a good deal on them. So he's laughing, Mr. O'Leary. Oh yeah, gear down please, you're correct. I haven't got gear down yet. Ray 2K, thank you mate, too busy chatting. Yeah, I would have tried landing for sure. Caught up in the chat.
You never know, it might be in your back landing yet as well.
Okay, aircraft is ours. We're in control.
Yeah, we're all hoping you wouldn't notice your gear wasn't down.
Huh?
We're hoping you wouldn't notice that your gear wasn't down.
I don't think I would have noticed. I didn't even look at the things on the screen telling me that
1,000.
I was being naughty.
$500. 400.
So what's the bets for the landing rate? I'm going for 290.
300.
Trying to put me off.
200.
999. Cheek.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Reverse thrust.
Stop the boat. Stop the boat. Who won that? I think Stephen Bradley got that one. Joint with Curtis probably.
I hate night flying. Don't know how you guys do it.
Tell you what mine is in a second. I have 2,000, so just wait to capture glide slope.
Okay, landing lights off. Taxi lights on. Runway lights on. Nice. Wouldn't have a clue where I am though. Taxi charts. Okay. Go down and around, I'd say. Okay, I don't have my charts because of I'm back on the bloody runway. Look at that. Ooh. Go down here quickly and come off the runway. I don't have my charts working because Navigraph decided it doesn't want to work anymore today. So, yeah.
Just your brake on and end your flight.
Right. Okay, we'll just move over to the taxi line over here. Nothing's going on here. Nothing's happened. Should have gone straight ahead. I'm off to the Euro Millions. Just in time for landing, yeah. What did I get? Minus 252, is that my landing? We'll have a look on the replay in a minute. Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't have my airport charts. I assumed that that was going to bring me the right way, but I was wrong. Now, traffic ahead. Did they cancel it all? Cat. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard my mystery tour around Gatwick Airport. Yeah.
We should just do one day. We'll not take off the ground. We'll just go tours of large airports. What do you think we're going to get in next week's Microsoft Flight Sim update?
Well, we got the UK's big world update. So I suppose we're going to get Buckingham Palace, the Shard, I suppose, BT Tower. I'd be very surprised if they're not added.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get some improvements to quite a few airports as well.
I think the problem that they have is I'm very surprised, like, with all the photogen scenery that's been made available and all the free add-ons with all the you know, everyone can just download airports and stuff now. I'm just very surprised that they're even bothering with that kind of update, because basically we can pretty much make them all look like that now.
Yeah. Well, I guess the thing is that they are also preparing for the Xbox release, and I'm assuming at the moment the updates for that are going to be a lot more restricted.
Possibly.
In terms of third-party content.
Maybe.
Because I'm assuming the only place you'll be able to get them from will be the
Xbox
Microsoft store.
Yeah. Yeah, that's possibly a good reason for it. Yeah, I don't know. Look, Microsoft Flight Simulator, I'm just, you know, it puts me off a little bit, because every time I go to do it, I know things go wrong on most of my streams, but like this, it goes really wrong.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. The good news is there's people seem to be coming to watch the X-Plane now a bit more, which is good. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what it brings, and if it brings something good, then that's good. But if it doesn't, then I won't cry about it too much, I suppose.
I'm still getting used to this new stick. It's a bonkers compared to the Xbox controller.
Take care. Thank you, Ray2K. Thank you very much for hanging out this evening.
Yeah, Ross, the graphics in MSFS is second to none, and it's far easier to install mods and stuff on Microsoft than it is on X-Plane. I mean,
yeah, but I think if you look at this, you know, look. I mean, I think my X-Plane looks pretty stunning right now. We're coming in the evening.
Yeah, but you had to do a lot of work to get it that way, didn't you?
Yeah, it just takes a bit of time. Look, the worst thing is the master libraries. Once you have the master libraries installed, you're laughing, because it's all the same for all the airports. Yep. I mean, this Gatwick's a freeware Gatwick. But yeah, look, I've got some mods and stuff installed that do help it as well, of course, but it's just time and effort, I suppose. Microsoft Flight Simulator is great for the graphics, in my opinion. Yet it's easy to navigate and learn. Yeah, see, this is the big hoo-ha. Is Microsoft Flight Simulator a game? And X-Plane the simulator. Now, X-Plane has always been known as a very good simulator. A lot of people use it even when they're going type rate training. They use the GA stuff, and people recommend X-Plane quite a lot. Microsoft Flight Simulator, I mean, you can turn on an aircraft doing the completely wrong procedure and it'll still turn on. You can't do that with X-Plane. So I suppose, you know, there's that element of, is it a game or is it a sim? I still don't think it knows what it wants to be. Because they've definitely opened the world to a lot of new flight simmers out there. It's definitely opened eyes to people that would never look at a flight simulator before, and now they're actually interested in flight simulating.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So, hard one. Hit Alt F1 to adjust the filters. Which filters? I'm not trusting you, Kurt. Anyways, let's have a look at the replay very quickly. It'll give us about 100 different landing rates now. Oh, we're already down, doing our bad taxi at that point. Okay, let's get into the seats. Let's have a look at this.
Get my replay. Oh, there we go.
Check Discord when you get a chance. I will, mate. Arjun, did Liverpool lose tonight? I hope they did. It's a game. X-Plane is the better sim. Yeah, look, I don't want to be the one. I don't want to be the one that declares what's what, but I like both for different reasons. But the one thing I don't like about Microsoft at the moment is my load time. Since the last update, my load time has just died. You know, that's what kills me the most. Like yesterday, my SATEC yoke was working, not working, working, not working, then the plane didn't work. In a year's time, it'd be definitely better off, but right now, I like this, and there's enough. I think my X-Plane looks pretty good too.
Just noticed that I'm just watching my replay back and I bounced the plane. Poor show.
There's the aircraft. Problem with the night landings, you can't see as much. You have
Well,
so
I
much
got a better
grunt.
land speed than you.
You have so much grunt, you can make it look sharper and nicer. Okay, what button do you want me to press? Sorry, Alt F3. Not Alt, huh? Alt F3, not Alt F3. Oh, you did 1-0. Oh, Jesus. I think Man United might win the league this year, guys. We have hope. Alt F3. Okay, I'll press Alt F3 in 1 second once we watch this landing go down, and then we'll see there's a...
Curtis, when I do that, I get a supported game is required to use this.
Game's not supported, Curtis. Ah.
Yeah.
There you go, you got your answer, mate. Ray2K's answered it for you. Yeah, I still think X-Plane with all the, you know, once you put a bit of effort into it, it can still look really nice. I think it looks pretty good. But the other thing is the aircraft. I love my aircraft. I think that's half my problem, half my battle. I just have such a good selection. Obviously not now because of the, I'm restricted through my own VA. Bit of a slam, could have floated a bit better. I think it looks pretty good. I will sort out my navigraphs for my taxi charts because I can't see anything in the dark. I hate dark landings. This was Andy's landing, not mine. I blame Andy. So there we go. Everything's all my
223 in my landing.
223. Oh, you beat me.
Yep.
Okay, so look, we're just going to turn off ACARs, and if anyone didn't know how to use the ACARs, look, here we go. It's giving us a flight plan. Unpause time. Okay, yeah, when you do your replay, it pauses. You just click on your little plane here, and you file the flight, and basically puts up everything. Minus 277 it gave me on here. A bit higher, I think, but anyways, around my average. There you go. It's that simple, guys. That simple to fly with us. It's Simply Connect. If any of you in the chat that haven't flown with us yet and want to, there's a link in the description down below, simplyconnectva.com. Come fly with us. We're a growing VA. Growing slowly, but we're growing.
Exciting times ahead.
Yeah, the cloud AI in Microsoft Flight Sim is absolutely incredible too. Yeah, but there are some really good add-ons for here to get good clouds too. Like if you see some of the pictures that some people put up on the forums and stuff, like they have their settings so nailed on this, it looks stunning. But yeah, I don't quite have them like that. But I think it's, you know, they're both good for different reasons, for sure.
Absolutely.
And it's kind of nice to have both because you can just switch them out and, you know, when I haven't had a failure for a while.
I will hold my hand up and say that I was very reluctant to get it and end up getting slightly bullied by Insider, but definitely worth it.
Follow the subreddit and they post some amazing screenshots. Yeah. What do you think about the inbuilt A300? Yeah, I like it. Looks really good. I haven't got it, but yeah, a lot of people talk about it. I read a lot of forums for it. The A300. There's quite a lot of aircraft still coming out as well for X-Plane. You've got the new A380. I know that Microsoft's going to get theirs as well, and theirs is going to be free, but yeah, look, I don't think X-Plane's going anywhere anytime soon. The guy did an interview there. Like I said, like I've said before, the biggest thing with X-Plane is it's built by a man who's a plane fanatic. The guy loves aircraft. If any of you ever see him on YouTube when he does his, like, you know, interviews, he's all about planes. But Microsoft Flight Simulator is all about the dollars. Do you think it's worth a buy? Everybody says really good things about the A300. Oh, got a little flash here. New View Hitman 3. For me, it's a bit older. A lot of people were trying to pick in the Discord between the A300 or the A350, and more people went the A350 route, and they were happy. I don't think any of us own the A300 in the Discord. It's a tough one. It's definitely got the kind of older features if you're into that kind of thing, over obviously the new modern stuff that you get. If I could afford it, I'd definitely put it. And one day it will probably be in this collection at some point, but I don't know when. The game always looks better in real life than the stream. That's true as well. But look, thank you to Andy for coming on and talking about all our issues that we've been having in the Discord with the new VA stuff. Hopefully it's a little bit more clearer for you guys. Hopefully it's a little bit more clearer. Yeah. That's the main thing here.
Feel free to ask questions.
Yeah, I just hope that, you know, everyone can kind of get past this little step. Like I said, there won't be any kind of big change like that now for a little while. I think we're going to do a bit more behind the scenes stuff, and we'll look about the event for the end of the month. That'd be kind of the next big thing, I suppose. Yeah, I'm happy with how it's all done. I think Andy's done a great job, and we've got plenty of choices. If not, you can just fly your own routes anyways. You know, happy days. You're not tied down. Do as you kind of want, I suppose, within reason. Yes, I don't know why the co-pilot didn't work. Me and Andy will look at that tomorrow. If we can get it working, I'll do another one with Andy tomorrow, possibly, if he's available. We get him to land
tomorrow and see what we can sort out.
And,
you just want to see me mess up a landing, don't you? You just want to see someone else do it for once.
Yeah, I just want to see other people land, especially Gil. Gil, if you're in that chat there, go get you landing. Saturday, I think Gil's coming on Saturday. Sunday, we will be doing the ETS stream. So if any of you have American Truck Simulator and want to come do a convoy with us or Simply Connect, you're more than welcome. I'll give some details out about that tomorrow, etc. Then I'll probably be off Monday, and then we'll look at the week ahead. I'm going to do some Twin Otter stuff next week, so we might get Andy back on live again, and we'll give him a lesson in the Twin Otter, and we'll get him flying and landing that bad boy.
Yep, Brett, I'm going to put flight times on, hopefully by Monday.
Richard, or I'm going to, or I am going to. What are you going to? Have I missed a bit of the chat here? Anyways, guys, look. Oh, yeah. We do have Richard coming up with us as well. Richard, you come up with us next week for sure. Maybe we'll do Richard on Monday. Oh, not Monday. I said Monday. So Tuesday or Wednesday, Richard. Whichever day suits you better. We'll have you sharing the flight seat with us, and you can do the landing as well. And then eventually we will get Curtis Hard up in a Spitfire. One day.
Well, if I can join him.
Okay, guys, look, thanks for having us. We'll see you tomorrow evening.
Yep.
And good night.
Night all.